we have a problem x squared plus 4x plus 6. So after we went through uh, how to solve this equation using quadratic formulas, we found the answer x. Um, there's a two answers, x1 and x2. Is negative 2 plus or minus square root of 2I. That is the complex solutions. So you can go through all that. You will find exactly the solutions that I found. But I want to show you you can find this solution using decimals. So first, you're going to graph the equations and the quadratic equation that they give it to you. And the second steps, you want to graph the reflections of the original equations. So you want to use the bracket, then you put the negative sign in front of it. The next step is you want to see how far. So this is the vertex, okay, the reflex equations, and this is the vertex of the original equations. You want to see how many boxes between them, or you want to see how far between them. So it's 2 and this is negative, 2. So you can see that the distance between these two vertices is 4. So I want to move this blue graph to this point, to this vertex of the red graph. So I know I have to move up by 4, so I'm going to plus 4 at the end. As you can see, these two vertex join together now. So the next steps is, so whatever the vertex is, okay, that's going to give me the real part. Okay, so the real part is the vertex. So right now my vertex is as a negative 2. Again, you want to use the x, the values of the x. So if you want to see better, you can draw the line x equal negative 2. So you're going to see this straight line go straight down as x equal negative 2. And now how do we find the imaginary part, the number? So what you do is you want to subtract the x-intercept. So we have two x-intercept. The left-hand side of this vertex line, which is negative 3.41, and the right-hand side, the right x-intercept, which is 0, negative 0.58. So you want to see how far between the vertex point right here to the left x-intercept and the vertex point, the point on the vertex to the right x-intercept. So what you do, you want to subtract. I show it to you right over here. So you're going to take a negative 2. You're going to minus whatever that x is. So I'm going to minus. Don't forget, you have to do exactly what is shown on here. So you're taking the minus 2, came from the vertex, the line, and you minus whatever that number is, which is exactly negative 0.58, or you round it up to 59, and then you're going to find that is negative 1.41. And then you do exactly the same thing. You want to find the distance between this point, okay, the line that I draw through the vertex, to the left hand x-intercept, which is negative 3.41. So I subtract this again. Make sure you keep that negative sign. It turns into 1.41. So this negative 1.41 and positive 1.41 1.41 is the imaginary part, the coefficients of the imaginary part. So you're not going to see the square root of 2 because if you take the square root of 2, you will see, if I take the square root of 2, here we go, and you can see it's 1.41. So if you do if you do it by hand, you're going to see a square root of 2, but if you take a square root of 2, you're going to see the answer as a decimal point 1.41.